Alexa, pause. Not cooperating in the sense that it's not good. Something very interesting is just starting to percolate through my system. My understanding, and it's obviously to do with latency, because living today is about latency for me. The slowness, the delay, the lag. This is the way the ticks used to be, lads. I know, like, as bad and all as they get these days, compared to what they were. See me, can I pull up another video? I'm trying to get the ticks here. Yeah, you're trying to test my patience, are you? I think you're trying to test my patience. Alexa, continue. Look at this. This is testing my patience now. Very much so, I have to say. Oh, it's not going to work. Anyway. Are not hard and fast or well established and molded and set. You basically get to be the one who sets the field structure of a link discovery. The stream froze there for a sec. So, what did I surface and latency. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to do is, well, I'm not trying, just something that popped into my head there. The idea is getting some sort of a rudimentary analysis on the on my voice, on the voice, on my voice, on my tics, on the vocal tics. Whatever frequencies are primarily used to deliver the tics, basically whatever frequency sets. It's quite interesting to look back at some of those videos actually from over the last couple of years. When were these? When did I record these? It's going to take a while for this machine. This is quite an old tablet. It's like an old racehorse that is turned into basically turned into a donkey. It's not up to fucking. That's not a bad way now, actually. Your angle to the plane. Yeah, thank you, Ken. Now, watching the ticks makes me very uncomfortable, so I'm having to run active countermeasures
latency,
to mitigate
more latent latency.
We'll say me picking up and executing on the same tick protocols live here now that I'm doing in that video to what I'm doing in that video.
Severe type of latency. I mean, latency is probably a three-dimensional thing, and if it's not, I'm fucking making it. So it's not just time.
See the difference? Listen to that. Imagine listening to that all day, every day, like being like my family members and friends and stuff. Jesus.
It's modulating. It's time. It's to do with the field structure.
And yes, I did shave. I did shave since then. I don't know when that is. It's not that long ago. I'd say 2-3 years. Not much longer than 3 years, I'd say, because I wasn't making videos back then, really. It's kind of sad looking back on it, like now. But I mean, when you're in the hole, you're in the hole. See, I pressed the button there now on this. I was trying to turn this off, but I pressed the volume button by accident. And it made a little boop, and it didn't turn off. I suppose the reaction that pulled up in me there was the equivalent of, we'll say, stepping in dog shit with your brand new fucking shoes, and you're just going out for the night, and you're all fucking clean, and everything's fucking sharp, and in fucking dog shit, and then you get it on the back of your pants. that magnitude and quality of response, physiological response, is what I got access to in incorrectly pressing this button instead of that button. I need to go for a walk now. What I would like to do is I'd like to analyze some of these ticks with these O-scopes, with these oscilloscopes. And I'd like to slow down some of the higher pitch ticks. I'd like to slow down the ticks, stretch them out. If I fed them into the tractor controllers, the samplers, and spread them out, just played with them, I wonder what would I find. Now I know what I'm finding physiologically. I know that the motor ticks, when slowed down, essentially become stretch protocols. Movement profiles. I know that sounds basically okay. What am I trying to say? Appropriate force propagation, conjugated, reversed, mirrored, is the tick. I'm not explaining this well at all. Okay, imagine, you know the way you have these hidden messages in some red, if you play them backwards, there's a message that's discernible playing forwards. I have found
that to be the case with the motor tics. Not the vocal tics, the motor tics. So when my arm would go out like this and the pressure would build up to make my arm go like that, what that actually is, it's an inverted and condensed, unconjugated or uncharged conjugate pair that actually is the absence of the natural tendency of my body in that moment to want to go the opposite direction. Okay, I'm not explaining it well now either. Fuck. I have full consciousness of this. It's just I'm having trouble verbalizing it. So I wonder then, are vocal tics related to the neurological process that is involved in vocalization? And I haven't talked like this in a long time. It's all been to do with Misty Kingdom and Star Wars. Like, test. The stream dropped out there. I used to talk all the time about tick theory. And now it's mostly Star Wars. That's very interesting. That's a very interesting development. But it's not, it doesn't make me happy that I didn't resolve that stuff. And I know that I did not resolve that stuff because I am unable to explain right now what this is. So basically this is the tick zone. It's an inverted, condensed, reflection of this. And this should, I'd really fucking appreciate it if the stream would stop dropping out. This is the appropriate movement regime that doesn't go through. Instead, I get this. That's the tick. That's tick propagation. Kjodricht means magic fog. Kyo means fog. Kyo is spelled CEO. CEO. Bob Iger. CEO. Kyo. The magic CEO. Bob Iger, the magic CEO. Bob Iger on Kjodricht. Constanto Bob. With the Gama. Call to Bob. With the rash of Twitter. Will. Ta, huh? With the rash of Twitter. Oh, man, fire Bob. Man, fire Bob. So that's that. That's the fucking... I've nailed it in terms of motor tics. This inversion. I'm not able to express it properly, vocally, verbally yet. And maybe that is the key to understanding this diagram, this protocol when it comes to verbalization, vocalization, the vocal tics. Because it is interesting the way Diagnosis for Tourette's requires, what is it, 3 motor tics plus 1 vocal tic. At least 3 motor tics plus at least 1 vocal tic. That's what Tourette's syndrome is. Tourette's syndrome then basically is, I suppose if you look at it logically, it's like a tic disorder of significant complexity. It is a compounded tic disorder or a high resolution tic disorder. 2 parts, vocal and motor. So 2 terminals. It's like the Cadillac of tic disorders. Yeah, so Bob Iger is the magic CEO. I learned something now. You learn something every day, huh? Out skis, going for a walk finally. Good luck.